Hey now, it's Gilly. Doing another little update on my Stoger Condor over and under shotgun 12 gauge. I bought this thing, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago after owning a million old used Stevens single barrels and Savages and the old school Pioneer guns, and they work awesome. I will never ever discredit them. You know what I mean? The old school ones. New England Firearms is a modern version. H&R Toppers, those kinds. Those are great guns. They really are. They have a purpose and a place. The short ones are great for the bush. The long ones are great for hunting, and they work. Every time they're flawless. You pull the hammer back, you pull the trigger, and it pops. They're awesome. But this Stoker Condor, over and under 28-inch barrel with removable chokes, brass bead on the front. It is a workhorse, I'm going to say. The tank. So, just by the name being Stoger, you know it's German made. Engineered, at least. That's the name, Stoger. So, Stoger is owned by Benelli, and Benelli is owned by Beretta. The two leading best ass companies in the world other than Browning, right? That's who they own. Owned by. Now, if you think about World War II, back in the day, every German in the world went to Brazil or the eastern coast of South America. That's where they went to hide. And they were German engineers who built tanks and planes, did all that shit. And they were hoping for the Third Reich, and they were going to bring back freaking Germany's end of the day times. And they couldn't. But they got all these old machines, all these milling machines, all this equipment, the paperwork and the patents from what they were working on, and they built stuff. And they did it war effort style. So this stuff has to work and be dependable every single day. Those guys that go out, no matter if it's a machine gun, a pistol, a shotgun, doesn't matter what it is, it has to work. It has to be functional and work every time you pull the trigger. It has to do its job. That's why they were building them. And they were smart. So now, when all those U-boats and planes and everything went down to Brazil, in South America in the old days, you don't think they didn't bring a lathe with them? And the guy didn't have a blueprint in his briefcase? They didn't have the toolings, the last thing they worked on? Like, you know what I mean? And then they all get together in a group someplace out in the jungle, and they built them a bunker, and they started building guns. They built a machine shop. And they built anything. It didn't matter if it was guns. They built fucking anything you wanted. It was a machine shop. And they had it set up in the middle of the jungle. No effort, no energy. As far as they were concerned, somebody else was paying the nut, and the shit was happening. Well, guess what? Now, Stoger, the German manufacturing engineering plant from pre-World War II and World War II era, are the engineers that are designing this stuff. Don't get me wrong. They might not have access to the best raw materials. They might, just like any third world country, Taiwan, China, whatever, Philippines, don't matter. Turkey, same thing. They're all doing the exact same thing. They all had contracts with Germany. They all had their patents. They all had the stuff that worked. And they're reverse engineering it, changing the patents, and making it so that it's cost affordable to us. It's freaking awesome. I'm telling you, the Stoker gun is as good as any Beretta or Benelli over and under shotgun for $350 to $400 versus $3,000, $1,500 to $3,000. Integrally, it's heavier. Correct. It was a military gun. It's meant to be a tank. It's not going to break down. It's going to be heavier. Work out, do some push-ups, whatever. Solid wood. You can buy the cheap ones with synthetic. And then what do I solid guys do? We take 2 pieces of rebar and stuff them down the back of the hollow stock and fill it with spray foam. And now you got a solid stock and it doesn't kick like it does. Like, you gotta know. You gotta be smarter than that. I don't know. I'm an asshole. Born and raised. Went to Maine 10, 15 years. Come back. And that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. These guns are freaking incredible for the money you're spending. Even the Turkish ones. I'm telling you, guys, buy them. Buy the Turkish guns. They're the German engineers. It's just like the Stoger. It's a TriStar or a Yildiz or whatever those ones are. They're fantastic. They got aluminum receivers on most of them. So I'll say that. They make them lightweight by the aluminum receiver. And they got the CNCs to fucking cut them out and burn them. That's great. At the same time, cuts off weight. And then the stocks that they show look like faux tiger maple freaking or old chestnut, or you know what I mean, stocks. They're not. They're synthetic. So that makes it even lighter. Then they kick like a mule. So now you got this awesome gun, wicked engineered, functions like a champ. And all you need to do, just so you guys know, hold on a minute, take a deep breath, grab a TriStar and click it into a Stoger. Ejectors for ejectors, same style. Take a TriStar. Take one of the other ones. Take one of the Turkish guns. Click it into a Stoger and see what happens. They're the same milling numbers. They're the same specs. They're the same fucking everything. It's just aluminum versus steel. So if you put the receiver end that's steel from a Stoger on a TriStar and click it together and it clicks and holds and does its thing and all the machining's the same, now you just got a heavyweight receiver with a heavy stock, a lightweight barrel, and forend. And the lightweight barrel and forend is probably precision better than the other. So I don't know. I might be a retard, might be a double, but I've done it a couple times and it works. So you tell me. You make a video. You tell me how much it works. See if I'm wrong. If the engineering, the patents, and the data says that they're the exact same fucking companies. They just took them 10 years apart and they did it in aluminum versus steel. And I'm telling you, the stock butts, the notches, the square frame notches, the bolt holes to hold the stock to the frame, to the receiver, and then the receiver to the frame, it's all exactly the same block. It's the same block, hinge, pin, attachment point. It's all the same. It's never changed. That's what they're not telling you. That's why Turks are fucking making so much money, because the Germans reverse engineered everything so perfect. Nobody had to do it again. They lost the war. They moved and took off, and everybody who bailed and was scared because they didn't want to get arrested for war crimes moved to different countries and started. They went to Turkey, they went to Brazil, Spain, Portugal, a bunch of different places. South America, huge. And now, all of a sudden, these things are coming up again. And third world countries are producing modern world items, and we're buying them like firecrackers if you're not stupid, because that's what you can do. You used to have to pay for a hand hammer craftsmanship, but now you don't. Now you can pay for stamped out stuff that works and reliable. And it's not pretty, but it's thicker and heavier, and it lasts longer. And you have wear marks. When they blew it, they blew it. It's going to be stiff and tight. You got to bend it and use it and work it and make it fucking wear in. If you don't wear it in, then you got to Dremel tool it and polish it and shine it and lube it. And then it'll be the smoothest you want. But it'll be 10 years late. I don't know. Peace and angry hippies. That's my little rant. Hope you're doing well. Bye.